Hey there, Coach Devin here. Saw an interesting thing on Facebook today. A friend of mine shared it, and it was talking about fitness in general and how, people can be sold anything in fitness. And a conversation with a guy who used to work with me. His name's Pete Courtney. This is my shout out to Pete Courtney. Pete's a great guy. We've been friends for a long time. And he commented, and then another guy I know, Calvin, commented as well. A lot of people got into the conversation. And one of the things that came out was we were talking about how fitness is, it's worth what you are willing to pay for it. So, Pete was saying, I go to, Fit for Less and I pay $14 a month. That's all I'm willing to pay. I don't look down on him for it. I think it's great. Nothing wrong with that. But part of our conversation was around some big box gyms who will sell anything to anybody. You walk in the door and they will sell you personal training and enormous packages. Whether you need it or not, they're going to sell it to you. Why? Because they want to make money. That's the bottom line. And they have scripts and they practice and they grind at it because they're trying to make money. I don't know if I'm pro or negative on that. Everybody knows what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about big chains, the Good Lifes of the world. I'm not necessarily negative about them making money. In fact, I'm not negative about them making money at all. I think they should. There is a place for Good Life. I'm not going to bash Good Life because I think there's definitely a place for them in fitness. They do something in fitness that I don't do. So they do something in fitness that is not my thing. Yes, they have scripts. Yes, when you walk in the door, they know the pressure points and the keys to push on you to make you buy a big package and give them a bunch of money. The difference I have, and the difference of what I've always done in my career, there was a time I worked for a company called New Bodies, and New Bodies sold out to Good Life Fitness. Similar thought process with New Bodies. We want to sell you a big package. They've got a big gym. They have to make some money. That's called free market. If you buy it, I don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing selling-wise. I just don't like manipulative sales tactics. That's how I feel. I'm not a fan of the manipulative sales tactics. I don't like that. So what I've done in my business is when me or one of my, staff sit down with somebody, we don't say to you, if your wife really loved you, husband really loved you, they'd want you to buy this. We wouldn't say that. That's not our thing. We also wouldn't try to guilt trip you into buying things. What we do is we sit down, and I say this all the time. Somebody will message us, email us, and I say, okay, why don't we sit down and let's see how we can help? Not everybody needs to buy a big personal training package. It's just a fact. That's life. It would be amazing if everybody who walked through the door wanted to buy 3 times a week, 4 times a week personal training. I would love that. I'd make more money. I think I'd help more people. I do think personal training is very helpful to a lot of people. I love doing it one-on-one. I love being with clients one-on-one. My trainers do great work. I believe in it 150%. And you know what? Other gyms do it too. And I'm sure those gyms, those are positives too, right? They're doing good work. And for the most part, they're doing good work. So I'm not talking about bashing gyms here. What I'm talking about, or bashing my competitors, I'm not interested in that. What I'm talking about is ethical prescription. For me, and I learned the term ethical prescription from a manager, and it's a shout out to Sharice Dawson, who was a manager of mine years ago at New Bodies. Back in the day, big box gym, and she used to say, ethical prescription. We ethically prescribe what they need. And I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, I get it. Ethical prescription, what do you mean by that? And what Sharice meant and what I took to heart is this. And this is how we do it, and we still do it. It's the same stuff Sharice talked about, and I'm talking 16 years plus ago when I worked for her. When somebody walks in the door, you don't sell them cookie cutter. You sell them what it is they need, not what they want. We have clients walk in all the time to say, you know what? I need a personal trainer 5 times a week. We hear that. And quite often, then we sit down, we talk, and we're like, okay, what are the goals? Why do you think you need a personal trainer 5 times a week? What are you attempting to do? And to my own detriment and to the detriment of my business, 360 Fit, you know what we do? We say, you don't really need it that much. You know what? If you came twice a week and you did classes, you'd also get to your goal and you'd save yourself a lot of money. That's how we do things. It is not about the almighty dollar, let's make some cash, I'm going to hoodwink this guy or this girl because it's the first time they're in here and they don't know what they're talking about, they don't know what they're doing, and we're just going to get cash out of them. It's not how we operate. I say to my staff all the time, I would prefer somebody walk out that door and not buy anything and say, wow, they were honest and really good people, and I really like them, than I would somebody walking out that door going, shoot, what did I buy? And then coming back later going, I didn't even want that. That's not something I'm looking for. You guys didn't listen to me. That's what I want. I want them walking out the door thinking, those people answered my questions. They were honest. They didn't try to take me for anything. They were here to help. And you know what? If I said to them, you know what, it's not for me, they would go, that's totally cool. If there's anything at all we can do for you in the future, we'd love to. Just let us know. I want them walking out happy. Why do I want you walking out happy? Because you're going to tell your friends. That's the truth. That is the God's honest truth. I want you walking out happy, knowing that I'm an honest person, and knowing that my staff is honest, and we're not trying to hoodwink you, rip you off, do anything to you. We're not going to guilt trip you, work your family against you, do any of that stuff. We just want you to get what it is you're looking for. And if it's not something we do, we're going to tell you that right off. If it's not in our wheelhouse, we'll say, hey, listen, it's not something we do. That's not something we do here, but we can refer you to someone who does, who isn't in our gym. If it is something we do, this is the right trainer for you. Do you need 5 days a week? No, you actually probably need less than that. We're going to sell you what you need, not what you want. Because a lot of people are looking online and they assume one thing and they don't actually need it. I can tell you probably 100 times that I've had people walk in the door, say, I want to buy personal training. And once we talk, I say to them, you know, you don't need personal training. Come to classes. You will get what you're looking for from classes. You can do all that. You don't need training. You don't need to spend the money. That is to my detriment and to my business detriment. But what I think is important is that I can sleep at night and I am making moral decisions. It's moral prescription, just like my old manager, Sharice Dawson, said. Moral prescription. I'm doing the right thing for the client because that's the right thing to do. Because lots of people come in and they just don't know. They have no idea what it is they're looking for, what it is that I'm doing, how it is that they're going to get there. They're just like, I need to do this. How do I do it? And you know what my job is? My job is to be professional, honest, and help them get there, whether it makes me a ton of money or it makes me a little bit of money or it makes me $0. If what they're asking for is impossible, I'll say, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. You're never getting there. It's not working that way. I've said that to lots of people too. They say, you know what, I'm getting married in 8 weeks and I lose 30 pounds. And I'm like, not going to happen. It's not. You can starve yourself. You can do all kinds of horribly unhealthy things, but not here. That's not what we do. I'm not going to help you do that because my goal is always to make you more fit and more healthy. It is not to get you to lose 30 pounds because you know what? You're going to feel like death, you're going to look awful, and you probably aren't going to lose 30 pounds anyway. Those are the facts. So it's all about, for me, it has always been about ethical prescription. That's what's interesting about having that Facebook conversation tonight about that, because I'm looking at it going, there's a lot of places that still don't do that. And for me, I can't do that. I got to be able to sleep at night. I have to be able to say, you know what? I did the right thing for that person. When they walked out the door, they were happy. I do not want you walking out the door mad. I don't want you walking out the door going, that guy ripped me off. I don't want you walking out the door anything but a positive. You know what? Those people are a lot of fun. They know what they're talking about. They're happy to help me. And either I'm going to do it now, I'm going to do it in the future, but I'm always going to tell my friends, man, they were happy to help. That's what I want. That's what ethical prescription is. And there needs to be more ethical prescription in fitness and in business in general. We all should be on each other's side trying to do the best for somebody, not trying to do the worst for somebody and try to make money on people by tricking them. That's not cool. It's not something we do. It's not something we do at 360 Fit. And frankly, I think, you know what? All gyms should step up. All businesses should step up. Do the right thing for the client, and you'll get better long-term clients. I 100% believe that. If you have comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, write them down below. I'd love to hear from you. A lot of these things come from people writing me. In this case, it was a conversation on Facebook about a different post. Those things, it just keys stuff in my memory. And I think, you know what? People should know that. They should understand that. And this is what ethical prescription is. In this case, you know what? It's an important thing, I think, for everybody to know. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Don't fight the awesome.